My beloved child, from the moment you took your first breath, I have been by your side. In the silence of your nights, in the chaos of your days, in the laughter and in the tears, I have always been near. Even when you couldn't see me, even when you doubted I was holding you. I watched you grow, I saw every struggle you endured, and I never looked away. I never left you, not for a second. When others walked away, when your heart was shattered, I remained. I stayed because my love for you is unshakable. There were times you questioned my presence, and I understand that. Pain can make the soul feel abandoned, but I promise you, I was closest to you in your deepest pain. I was whispering strength into your spirit when you thought you had none left. You are not alone, not now, not ever. I walk with you through every valley, and I celebrate with you on every mountaintop. You may not feel me, but I am the steady hand beneath your fall, the whisper of peace in your chaos. I don't expect perfection from you. I only desire your heart. You don't have to have all the answers. Just trust that I am your answer. I never left, and I never will. My child, lift your head. The weight you carry was never meant to be yours alone. Let me carry it with you. Let me remind you daily that my presence surrounds you like the air you breathe. You are mine. That truth does not change with time, with failures, or with storms. I am the constant in your life. I never left, and I never will. Each tear you've cried has been seen by me. Not one has fallen unnoticed. They speak louder than words, and they move my heart. I gather them, every drop, because they are precious to me. I know what broke you. I know what words pierced your soul, and what moments left you breathless with sorrow. And yet, I also know your strength, even when you can't feel it. That strength comes from me. Do not be ashamed of your tears. They are evidence of your sensitivity, your depth, your heart. You are not weak for crying. You are human, and I created you that way. My son wept too, and I called him beloved. Your pain has purpose even when it feels meaningless. Through every heartache, I am shaping something eternal within you. You may not see it now, but one day you'll look back and see how every tear watered your growth. I comfort you even when you don't realize it. In the stillness of the night, when grief overwhelms you, I surround you with my peace. I hold your heart in my hands, and I breathe hope into your darkness. Let those tears come. Let them fall freely. And as they do, know this: I am near to the brokenhearted. I promise to wipe away every tear, not just in eternity, but even now in your daily life. Your tears are not in vain, child. They are sacred. And from them I will bring forth beauty you never imagined possible. Even when everything seems to fall apart, I remain unshaken. The world may tremble, but I do not. I am your solid ground, your unmovable rock. When all seems lost, look up, because I am still here. You've faced storms you didn't see coming. You've held on when your hands were bleeding. And though you've asked, "Where is God in this?" I was right there, weeping with you, holding you, fighting for you. Don't be deceived by appearances. Loss doesn't mean abandonment. Confusion doesn't mean failure. Delay doesn't mean denial. I work in ways beyond your understanding, but always for your good. I never lose control, not for a moment. What you see as ruins, I see as a foundation for something greater. What you see as the end, I see as a turning point. In your weakest moment, I am strongest. In your darkest night, I shine brightest. When all seems lost, let your faith rise. You're not alone and you're not forgotten. Rest in the truth that I am eternal. I was before your struggle, I am within your struggle, and I will be waiting at the other side. You may not know how, but I always make a way. Remember who I am. I am your Father. I am your Redeemer. I am still God, and I am not done with your story. Before you ever loved me, I loved you. Before you could speak my name, I called you mine. There is no measure that can contain the love I have for you. It is limitless, endless, and fiercely protective. You are not just a passing thought to me. You are the desire of my heart. I delight in you. I sing over you. When you think you are unlovable, I remind all of heaven that you are my beloved child. You are not defined by your mistakes. My love isn't something you earn. It's something I give freely. You don't have to perform to be accepted. You already are. You are seen, known, and adored. When others turn away, I draw closer. When you feel rejected, I remind you you are chosen. My arms are always open to you, no matter how many times you've wandered. There is no version of you that I do not love. Whether strong or broken, smiling or crying, I love you just the same. You are precious in my eyes, and I will never stop pursuing your heart. Don't doubt your worth, because I never have. I paid the highest price to redeem you. That's how much you mean to me. So breathe, my child. Rest in my love. You are more loved than you could ever imagine, and nothing will ever change that. You've mastered the art of hiding your pain, but not from me. I see the heaviness behind your smile. I hear the questions you never voice. I feel the ache that words cannot express. You are not invisible to me. Your silent suffering matters. While others may overlook it, I never do. I am attuned to every beat of your heart, especially the ones that cry out in silence. I understand what it's like to carry burdens no one else sees. That quiet sorrow, that lonely fear. I see it all, and I care deeply. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human, and I hold you close. You don't have to carry it all alone. I invite you to lay it down at my feet. I'm not afraid of your emotions. I created you with depth, and I want to walk with you through every valley. Let me comfort you in ways the world never could. Let my presence soothe what medication, distraction, or even people couldn't. I can reach the places no one else can. You are allowed to feel, to break, to cry, and still be loved, still be held, still be chosen. I don't love the filtered version of you. I love all of you. I see your silent pain, and I promise, healing is coming. You are never truly alone. Not with me. There is nothing you can do, no place you can go, and no mistake you can make that will ever make me stop loving you. My love is not like human love. It does not falter with time or condition. It does not shrink in the face of your flaws. My love is eternal, unshakable, and sealed with a covenant that cannot be broken. Before you were born, I chose to love you. Before you sinned, I made a way to redeem you. My love is not based on your performance. It is rooted in who I am, and I am love. Even when you run from me, I pursue you. When you doubt me, I remain faithful. When you push me away out of pain or confusion, I stand at the door of your heart and knock, gently and patiently. I know every wound that caused you to build walls, and still I wait to be welcomed in. You were never meant to go through life hiding behind masks or shame. I see you fully, and still I choose to love you completely. Nothing, not even your darkest moment, disqualifies you from my affection. There is no sin too great that the blood of my Son cannot wash clean. There is no failure too deep that my grace cannot lift you from. There is no distance too far that my hand cannot reach. My love goes beyond the grave, beyond time, beyond comprehension. You may not feel it every day, but that doesn't make it any less real. My love is the anchor for your soul, steady and sure, even when storms rage around you. I want you to rest in that truth. You don't need to earn what I freely give. You don't need to prove your worth to be embraced by me. I created you in love, for love, and to live in the reality of being loved endlessly. When the enemy whispers lies of rejection and unworthiness, silence him with my truth. You are cherished, you are chosen, and you are mine. When you're tired of pretending, come and rest in me. When you're ashamed, run into my arms instead of away from them. I will never reject a contrite heart. I am the God who binds up the broken and gives strength to the weary. I want to sit with you in your mess and transform it into something beautiful. Let my love heal the parts of you that you've hidden from the world. I want you to stop questioning if you're lovable. I want you to stop measuring yourself by the standards of people who don't see your heart like I do. You are not defined by your past or by others' opinions. You are defined by me, and I call you beloved. My love is not fragile. It doesn't expire. It doesn't depend on how spiritual you feel or how long you pray. It is constant and unconditional. So take a deep breath, my child. Let go of fear. Let go of guilt. Let go of the lie that you're too far gone. I am here, I am near, and I am for you. And nothing, and absolutely nothing, will ever separate you from my love. I know how deeply you've been wounded. I know the way certain moments continue to echo in your heart, refusing to fade. But hear me clearly, child. What hurts you today will not destroy you. It will strengthen you, shape you, refine you, and with me, it will become the soil where new life grows. I never waste pain. Every tear, every ache, every silent scream in the night, I gather them all, and in my hands even suffering becomes sacred. There is a mystery in how I work, but there is also beauty. I take ashes and create glory. I take broken pieces and make mosaics of redemption. The world may tell you that pain is the end, but I tell you it is a turning point. Do not rush the process. Do not despise the waiting, for in the fire, your faith is purified. In the storm, your roots grow deeper. And after the night, the morning always comes. I never promised you a life without pain, but I did promise to be with you in every trial. I promised that your suffering would never be meaningless. I promised that I would use all things, even the hardest things, for your good. So trust me even when the path is unclear. Trust me, even when your heart is heavy, I am working behind the scenes, preparing something greater than you've imagined. You may feel weak, but that's exactly where my strength meets you. My grace doesn't just carry you, it transforms you. What once brought you to your knees in despair will one day become the reason you lift your hands in praise. The trial that tested you will become the testimony that encourages others. The wound that bled will one day shine with the glory of healing. You are not defined by your pain, but you are being shaped by how you rise through it, and I am helping you rise. I see the battle you're fighting in your soul. I see how you show up each day even when it hurts. That is strength, that is courage, that is faith, and I honor it. So don't give up. Don't let the weight of today convince you that tomorrow won't come. I hold your future in my hands, and it is filled with hope. Keep walking, even if it's with tears in your eyes. You are not walking alone. I walk beside you, within you, and ahead of you. In time, you will look back and see how this pain made you wiser, stronger, more compassionate, and more like me. What hurts you today, I will use tomorrow, for your good and for my glory. Nothing escapes my eyes. Nothing is outside of my plan. You may feel overwhelmed by all the pieces of your life that seem scattered, uncertain, or out of place. But I assure you, I am taking care of every detail. I see what you see, but I also see far beyond. I see the full picture, the entire story, and I am working even in the silence. You worry about things you cannot control, but I never asked you to carry the weight alone. I never intended for you to live in fear of the future or in regret of the past. I am the God of every moment, past, present, and future. I am the one who orchestrates time, seasons, relationships, opportunities. If I care for the birds of the sky and the lilies of the field, how much more do I care for you? You may not understand the delays, the detours, or the doors that seem closed, but I do. What looks like a setback to you is often my divine redirection. I close doors not to punish you, but to protect you. I shift paths not to confuse you, but to align you with my perfect timing. Trust that I am not late. I am precise. Even in your smallest needs, I am attentive. Even in your unspoken prayers, I am listening. I see your heart's desires and I hold them tenderly. I want the best for you, and sometimes that means withholding what you thought you needed so I can give you something better. My no is never cruel. It is always wise. You may feel like your life is spinning in chaos, but I am the calm in the center of it all. I am writing your story with care. Every chapter, every page, every sentence, I craft it with love and purpose. You are not forgotten. Your prayers are not ignored. Your future is not uncertain to me. So rest, my child, rest from overthinking, from fear, from trying to figure everything out. You were never meant to carry this weight. Let me carry it. Let me handle the details while you simply walk with me day by day. I will not let you fall. I will not let you miss what is meant for you. I'm taking care of every detail, and when the time is right, you will see how perfectly I wove everything together for your good. Waiting is one of the hardest things for your heart to endure, I know that. But trust me when I say this, the waiting is not punishment. It is preparation. It is sacred ground. It is the place where roots grow deeper and where your soul becomes steady. I am not making you wait to hurt you. I am shaping you through it. You often want quick answers, instant breakthroughs, and visible progress. But some of the greatest things I will do in your life require time. Time to form, time to align, time to build something that will last. And during that time, I am building you. I am making your character strong enough to carry the blessing I have prepared for you. I know the questions that haunt you in the quiet. Why not now? Have I been forgotten? Did I miss something? Let me silence those fears, my child. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are exactly where I want you to be for this season. What seems still is actually growing. What seems delayed is divinely designed. The waiting teaches you to hear me more clearly. It teaches you to trust even when you can't trace. In the stillness, your spirit becomes sensitive to my whisper. Don't despise these moments. They are not wasted. They are holy, and I am with you in every second. I know it's hard to wait when your heart longs to move forward. I know the ache of unanswered prayers, but I promise you, I will not let this season pass without purpose. I am weaving things together for your good, things you cannot yet see but one day will marvel at. So be patient, not just with me but with yourself. Rest in my promises. I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. The wait is not a void. It is a womb. Something is forming, and it will be beautiful. There is purpose in your waiting. And soon, when the time is right, the door will open, the light will break through, and you will understand why it took time. My beloved child, what you call delay, I call preparation. You see days turning into months and months into years and wonder why things haven't happened yet. But I am not slow. I am deliberate. Every moment you wait, I am working behind the scenes to prepare both you and what I have for you. Trust the timing, because it is wrapped in wisdom you cannot yet comprehend. You ask me, why not now? And I answer with a deeper question. Will you trust me when the answer is not immediate? Because trust built in delay is trust that will endure. I am not denying you your dreams. I am strengthening you to sustain them. A house built too fast may fall in the storm, but one laid on my foundation will last forever. The delay is not rejection. It is not abandonment. It is my mercy. It is my grace. I know what's ahead, and I'm preparing you for what you cannot yet carry. I am shaping your heart, refining your thoughts, aligning your soul to my will. And when the time comes, you'll see why the wait was necessary. I don't just want you to arrive at your destination. I want you to thrive once you get there. And so I take the time to mold you, heal you, and equip you. There are lessons in the waiting that no shortcut can teach. There is maturity being formed in the quiet that no success can produce. So don't grow weary. I see the progress you can't measure. I see the growth that hasn't bloomed yet. You're further along than you think. You are becoming strong, resilient, anchored, and when the door opens, you'll walk through it with confidence, not confusion. Let go of your timeline and trust mine. Let go of frustration and rest in my plan. My timing is perfect, not just because it's divine, but because it's designed for you. I have not forgotten the promises I made. They are alive, and so are you. What you call delay, I call preparation. And when it's time, it will happen suddenly, beautifully, and undeniably by my hand. My precious child, I see how tired you are. I see the way you've been holding on with trembling hands, how each day feels heavier than the last. I hear the thoughts that whisper, I can't do this anymore, and I want you to know you don't have to do it alone. When your strength runs out, that's when mine begins. I do not condemn you for being weary. I hold you even tighter. You think strength is never crying, never falling, never breaking, but real strength is continuing even when your soul aches. Real strength is waking up, even when your heart wants to sleep forever. And in those moments, I wrap you in grace. I infuse you with my spirit. I lift you when you cannot lift yourself. You don't need to be strong all the time. That's why I am your father. You've walked through valleys that few understand. You've smiled through storms that would have crushed others. And even though you feel like you're failing, you are not. You're enduring. You're learning to lean. You're discovering that my power is made perfect in weakness. And that's exactly where I want to meet you. I am not far away, watching from a distance. I am near, closer than the air you breathe. Every time you say, I can't take another step, I am already carrying you. Every silent prayer, every exhausted breath, I hear them. They are precious to me. They are not weakness, they are surrender. And I work most deeply through surrender. You don't have to impress me with perfection. I created you, and I know how fragile the human heart can be. So let go of the pressure to be everything. Let go of the burden to figure it all out. I am your strength, your guide, your helper. I am the one who sees your soul and still calls you brave. You may not feel strong, but faith is not a feeling. It is a choice, a whisper of hope in the darkness, a quiet trust in my goodness. And I honor every small act of faith, even when your voice trembles, even when your knees shake. If you keep moving forward, I am walking beside you. So rest, child, rest in me. You are not weak for needing help. You are wise for seeking me. I will renew your strength. I will lift your arms, and I will remind you every single day, I am your strength when you feel like giving up. I know you're tired, not just physically, but in the deepest places of your soul. I see how you try to smile, try to show up, try to keep going when everything inside you is aching for rest. You've done more than you give yourself credit for. And even now in this weariness, I want to remind you, you are still capable because I am still with you. You don't need to have it all together to be used by me. I have chosen you, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. Even in your fatigue, your life speaks. Even in your quiet moments, I am working through you. When you feel like you have nothing left to offer, let me multiply your little and turn it into much. There's no shame in feeling tired. Life can be heavy. But remember this, your tiredness is not the end of your story. It is a signal that your soul needs rest in me. It is a whisper that you need to lean in, breathe deep, and remember that I never called you to carry everything by yourself. You are not failing just because you're not running. Sometimes walking slowly is still obedience. Sometimes sitting in my presence is more powerful than rushing around. I see the strength it takes for you to show up when you feel like disappearing. That quiet courage, I honor it. Let my word be your nourishment. Let my peace be your pillow. In me, your tired bones will find renewal. In me, your scattered thoughts will find clarity. In me, your weary heart will remember how to beat with purpose again. This season may be stretching you, but it's not breaking you. I am building something in you that fatigue cannot erase. You're becoming resilient. You're learning to trust. You're understanding that your capacity isn't based on energy alone, but on grace. My grace, which never runs dry. You are still capable, even when you're tired, and I am here to walk with you, carry you, and breathe new life into your soul. You do not need to be ashamed of your weakness, my child. It is not something to hide. It is the very place where I draw closest to you. When you feel small, inadequate, or fragile, I remind you, I am the one who sustains you. I uphold you not because you are strong, but because I am. The world tells you to be unshakable, but I say let yourself rest in me. Let the walls fall. Let the tears flow. Let the burden go. I do not require perfection. I desire your honesty. In your brokenness, I pour out healing. In your weakness, I pour out strength. This is not failure. This is faith in its truest form. Every step you take while feeling weak is a declaration of trust. Every breath you exhale while struggling is worship to me. I see your quiet faithfulness. I see how you keep choosing me, even when your body and heart are weary. That is the strength I honor, the strength that knows it needs me. I do not despise your low moments. I draw near to the crushed in spirit. I lift the head of the discouraged. I speak life into dry bones and hope into desolate places. There is nothing in you I cannot redeem, nothing so broken that my hands cannot hold. When you feel like collapsing, collapse into me. When your words are gone, I hear the cries beneath your silence. When you feel like your life is unraveling, I remind you, I am the thread holding everything together. You are not unraveling alone. Don't measure your worth by how strong you appear. Your value is not in your performance, but in your position. And you are positioned in my love, secure and unshaken. Your weakness is not your identity. It is the invitation for my power to be revealed. So lean in. Rest here. I am upholding you in your weakness, and I will never let you fall. So often, your heart focuses on what you don't have. You look at the empty spaces in your life and wonder why I haven't filled them yet. You see what's missing and it hurts. I understand that. But child, lift your eyes. Don't look only at what's missing. Look at me. I am enough. When you fix your gaze on what's absent, you forget to notice what's already present. My goodness surrounds you. My provision has carried you. My mercy has never left your side. Even when things feel scarce, I remain abundant. I am your shepherd. You shall not want. I see the dreams you've shelved, the prayers you've whispered through tears, the longings buried deep within your soul. I care about them, more than you know. But I also want to teach you this. True fulfillment is not found in the things you wait for, but in the one who waits with you. There are blessings in your life that you've grown so used to, you no longer recognize them as miracles. The breath in your lungs, the beating of your heart, the moments of unexpected peace, these are gifts from my hand. Learn to see them. Learn to thank me even before the breakthrough comes. What you think you lack may be the very thing I'm using to draw you closer. I never withhold out of cruelty. I withhold to teach you deeper dependence. I'm not punishing you, I'm preparing you. I want your roots to grow in me, not in outcomes. So when you feel the ache of longing, don't let it drive you to despair. Let it drive you to me. I will never disappoint. I will never leave you empty. What I give may not always look the way you imagined, but it will always be exactly what you need. Look at me, beloved. I am your provider. I am your portion. I am your peace. When you look at me, you'll stop seeing only what's missing, and you'll start seeing everything you already have in me. You are not here by accident. You are not a random collection of cells or a product of chance. You are intentional. You are purposeful. You are handcrafted by me, the God who does all things with wisdom and love. From the shape of your smile to the rhythm of your soul, every part of you reflects my design. I didn't make a mistake when I made you. I wasn't distracted. I wasn't rushed. I formed you with care, with vision, with love. I know the things you wish were different about yourself, the parts you struggle to accept. but I call all of it beautiful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. The world has tried to label you, people have tried to define you, but their opinions do not carry the authority I hold. You are not who they say you are. You are who I say you are, chosen, redeemed, precious, and called for such a time as this. Even your weaknesses serve a purpose. Even your quirks are sacred. I have placed gifts inside you that no one else carries. You may not always understand why you are the way you are, but trust me, every detail has meaning. Nothing in your design is wasted. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop trying to shrink to fit into places I never intended for you. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to shine with the unique light I placed within you. There is no one else like you, and that is by divine design. You are not flawed. You are growing. You are not behind. You are unfolding. I am still shaping you, still refining you, still walking with you. You don't need to strive to be worthy. You were born loved. You were born seen. You were born known. There are seasons in your life when the noise around you fades, when even your prayers feel like they echo into emptiness, and you wonder if I've gone silent. But I want you to know, I still speak even in the quiet. My voice is not always loud or thunderous. Sometimes it comes as a whisper to your spirit, a gentle stirring within you that says, I am here. Don't be afraid of the silence. It is not proof of my absence, but a sacred space where your soul can tune into me more clearly. The world screams, but I speak softly, intentionally, patiently. When distractions are removed and your heart is still, that is when I speak the loudest, through peace, through beauty, through moments of awe and stillness. You may feel like I'm not answering, but often I am teaching you to recognize my voice beyond your expectations. I don't always speak in ways you're used to. I speak through scripture, through nature, through the kindness of a stranger, through the deep peace that comes for no reason but my presence. I am always communicating. Will you listen? Even in the waiting I speak. Even in your confusion I am whispering hope. When your thoughts swirl and your emotions feel loud, I invite you into stillness, not to punish you with silence, but to heal you with presence. In stillness you remember who I am and who you are in me. You do not need to strive to hear me. You only need to be still and know. My sheep know my voice, and you are mine. You don't need to be perfect to receive my word. You just need a willing heart. Even your sighs, your longings, your journaling, they are conversations with me. So don't fear the quiet. Sit with me there. Let me speak to the deepest parts of you, the places no one else sees. Let me remind you of truths you've forgotten. Let me bring light to the corners where doubt has crept in. I am not done speaking. You are just beginning to hear me in new ways. When everything else is quiet, I still speak, and my words bring life, direction, and peace. You may feel like everything around you is unraveling, like the story you were writing has come to a halt. You might even believe you've reached the end of your strength, your hope, or your possibilities. But I tell you this day, this is not the end. It is the beginning of what I am about to do in you, through you, and for you. What you perceive as a closing door is actually me redirecting you to a greater plan. What feels like failure is the foundation of transformation. I never allow an ending without preparing a beginning. You see loss, I see room for restoration. You see despair, I see the fertile ground where faith will grow wild and beautiful again. I am the author of your life. I write with purpose, and I never leave a story unfinished. The page may be blank now, but my pen has not stopped moving. You will look back and see how what you called the end was actually a divine transition into a greater chapter. The breaking you feel is not your destruction. It is your rebirth. I know it hurts. I know the silence feels final and the disappointment cuts deep. But I promise you, I am working even here. In the place of heartbreak, I am planting seeds. In the ashes of what was, I am building what will be. I specialize in new beginnings. I make rivers in the desert and roads in the wilderness. You may not see the full picture yet, but I do. I see the people you will touch, the lives you will bless, the strength that will emerge from this season. I see the healed version of you, more compassionate, more humble, more radiant with my glory. And it begins now in this moment of surrender. So don't give up. Don't let hopelessness write your final chapter. I am the one who raises the dead, who turns graves into gardens, who brings beauty from brokenness. Let me write this next part of your life with my love and wisdom. Trust me with the pen. I will not disappoint you. This is not the end, my child. This is the beginning of something new, something holy, something greater than you imagined. You've had moments where you wanted to quit, not just on circumstances, but on yourself. You've looked in the mirror and wondered if you were too far gone, too broken, too lost. But hear me, I have never, not even for a second, given up on you. I know you better than anyone ever will, and still, my love for you remains unchanged. You may have walked away, you may have doubted, fallen, even run, but I have stayed. I have followed you into the darkest places and whispered hope when you least expected it. I have sent people, songs, signs, and silence, all to remind you that I am still here, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm not shocked by your struggles. I'm not surprised by your failures. I knew every weakness and wound, and still I called you mine. You don't have to earn my loyalty. It's who I am. I am the God who stays, the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find you again and again. I have plans for your life, and nothing you've done has cancelled them. You may have delayed the journey, but you've never been disqualified. I use the broken, the bruised, the weary, because in them my glory shines brightest. And you, child, are still part of my plan. So stop rehearsing your shame. Stop reliving your regrets. I have covered them. I have removed them as far as the east is from the west. When I look at you, I see redemption in process. I see potential still unfolding. I see a heart that I am proud to call my own. You don't have to fight to win me back. You never lost me. You don't have to strive to be worthy. I already called you worthy through my sacrifice. Your name is written on my heart. Your face is etched into my thoughts. You are my beloved, so rise even if slowly. Return to me even if broken. I have never given up on you, and I never will. You may not like the current chapter you're in. It may feel dark, confusing, or full of sorrow. But I want you to know, your story is not finished. I am still writing, and what I write is good. Every word, every turn, every silence. It is part of something meaningful. I do not rush masterpieces, and your life is one. You've questioned my plan, and that's okay. I can handle your doubts. You've wondered why things happened the way they did. And while I may not give you all the answers now, I promise the story I'm weaving will one day make sense. You'll see how the tension built your strength, how the waiting refined your soul, and how the plot twist led to a breakthrough. I am not an author of despair, but of destiny. I am not writing a tragedy, but a testimony. Yes, there are tears, but there will also be triumph. Yes, there is pain, but also profound healing, and through it all I never take my hands off the page. You are being held by the same one who holds the universe. I've written promises over your life, promises of peace, of hope, of a future. You may have forgotten them, but I haven't. They are still in motion, still unfolding, still alive. Don't let the current scene define your worth or your future. One chapter does not define the whole book. I want you to trust the pen in my hand. I want you to surrender the edits and the expectations. I know how to bring beauty from ashes, laughter from mourning, and songs from silence. If you'll let me write, I will astonish you. I will take what the enemy meant for evil and use it for good. Your story is sacred. Your journey matters. You are not a side character. You are the one I came to save, to love, to transform. And I'm not finished yet. I'm just getting started. So, turn the page with me. Let's write the next chapter together. Your story is still being written, and I promise the best parts are still to come. My beloved, I have seen the damage this world has tried to do to your heart. I have seen the lies that wounded your identity, the betrayals that shattered your trust, the circumstances that left you feeling crushed. But I am not a passive observer. I am your restorer. I gather every piece the world tried to break and remake it with my glory. You may feel like you're beyond repair, but I specialize in restoration. I do not just patch you up. I make you new. Where others discarded you, I call you treasure. Where the world brought shame, I clothe you in honor. What was once a wound, I will turn into a wellspring of life for others. I know how deep the scars go. I know how long you've carried hidden pain, but I also know the power of my healing. One touch from me can change everything. One word from my mouth can resurrect what you thought was dead. One moment in my presence can make all things new. Let me enter the broken places. Let me into the locked rooms of your heart. You don't have to hide from me. I already know, and I still want to restore. My hands are gentle, my heart is kind. I will not force you, but I will wait for you. And when you open the door, I will come in and begin to heal what the world tried to destroy. You are not what they did to you. You are not the trauma, the loss, the betrayal. You are mine. And in my hands, every fragment of your life becomes part of a mosaic of redemption. I will restore joy, restore dreams, restore trust, restore purpose, and you will rise stronger. Restoration is not a fantasy, it is my promise. I restore the years the locusts have eaten. I restore what was stolen. I redeem time, pain, and memory. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is too broken. I am the God who restores. I formed you in your mother's womb. Every detail, every desire, every part of your being was intentionally crafted by my hands. I know your thoughts before you think them, your words before you speak them, and your needs before you can even express them. Nothing about you is hidden from me. There are things you don't understand about yourself, patterns, emotions, struggles that frustrate you. But I do not see you with confusion or disappointment. I see you with clarity and compassion. Where you feel conflicted, I see potential. Where you feel lost, I see a path. Even when you surprise yourself with failures or emotions you didn't expect, I remain steady. I am not shaken by your instability. I know the deep places of your soul, the wounds you hide, the dreams you protect, and I am present in all of them. You may think you're hard to understand, but you are never too complex for me. I understand what lies behind your silence, behind your laughter, behind your tears. You are fully known and yet fully loved. That is the foundation of your worth. Stop trying to explain yourself to everyone. Stop striving to be understood by people who cannot see what I see. My understanding of you is perfect. You don't need to impress me. You only need to let me in. When you feel disconnected from yourself, return to me. I will remind you of who you are. You are not your confusion. You are not your pain. You are my beloved, and I know you completely. Let my voice be louder than your inner critic. I know you better than anyone, and I still choose you every day. Fear tries to grip your heart like a storm, clouding your vision and weakening your steps. But I want you to remember this truth. I am with you. You are never alone in your fears. My presence surrounds you like a shield, and my peace guards your heart like armor. I know the world feels uncertain. I know the unknown threatens your peace, but fear does not come from me. I give you power, love, and a sound mind. I am not distant in your anxiety. I am closer than ever. Even when your hands tremble, I hold them firmly. You've walked through dark valleys before, and you made it because I was there. This time is no different. What scares you today will be the testimony of my faithfulness tomorrow. So do not be afraid, my child. I walk ahead of you, beside you, and behind you. You may feel weak, but I am your strength. You may feel surrounded, but I am your refuge. You may not know what comes next, but I already do. Your job is not to figure it all out. Your job is to trust me. I will never lead you into a place without walking it with you. Speak to your fears with my promises. Remind them who your Father is. The God who parted seas, who shut lions' mouths, who calmed the storm, is the same God who stands with you now. Nothing is too great for me. Let your heart rest in this assurance. I've never left you before, and I won't start now. I'm not intimidated by what you're facing. I am sovereign over it all, and I am holding you, even now. So breathe deep, my child. Fear may come knocking, but it cannot stay where my perfect love reigns. You are safe in me. I know how deeply you've longed to be seen, noticed, chosen. At times, you've felt invisible, as if your prayers bounced off the walls and your efforts went unnoticed. But hear me clearly, you were never forgotten. You were set apart for something greater. Being set apart often feels like being left out. It means walking a path others don't understand. It means waiting while others are moving. But in that waiting, I am working. In that silence, I am shaping. You were not overlooked. You were being prepared. I don't forget the ones I love. I don't misplace those I've called. I have written your name on my hands and your purpose on my heart. Even when others pass you by, I have my eyes locked on you. My timing is perfect, and so is my positioning. What you see as delay is actually divine design. I separate before I elevate. I pull you closer before I send you further. You have been hidden, not to punish you, but to protect you. From distractions, from harm, from premature exposure. I want you to trust the process, even when it feels lonely. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You are in the center of my will. I am calling you deeper because I desire greater things for you. And greater things require preparation. Don't compare your journey. Don't resent your season. What I'm doing in you cannot be rushed. I'm building something lasting, something pure. And when the time comes, all will see that you were set apart by my hand. So lift your head, chosen one. You are not forgotten. You are mine, hand-picked, deeply loved, and destined for more. I've seen your tears. Not one of them has fallen to the ground unnoticed. Each one holds a story of pain, of longing, of hope, of heartbreak, and I've collected every single one. They are not forgotten. They are precious to me. I don't take your pain lightly. I don't dismiss your sadness. I sit with you in it. I grieve with you. I wrap my arms around you when you cry into the night, and I whisper comfort when the world goes quiet. I see you, even when no one else does. You may feel like no one understands your tears, but I do. I understand the reason behind them, even the ones you can't put into words. I understand the depth of your soul, and I honor every emotion you bring before me. Your tears are not signs of weakness. They are expressions of your heart, and I created your heart to feel deeply. I care about what breaks you. I care about what matters to you. You never cry alone. I am always there. I use even your tears as part of your healing. They water the seeds of growth. They soften the ground of your spirit. Through them I bring renewal. You will not weep forever. Joy will come again. But even now in the weeping, I am near. Let me be the safe place for your sorrow. You don't need to hide from me. You don't need to apologize for your emotions. I welcome them. I welcome you exactly as you are. And I promise, not a single tear will be wasted. Every tear you've cried has meaning to me. And I will turn your mourning into dancing, your sorrow into joy. The pain you've carried was never in vain. Every wound, every scar, every silent battle, I have seen them all, and I will use them. What the enemy tried to use to destroy you, I will use to lift others. Your pain has a purpose far greater than what you can see right now. I know it doesn't feel like that when you're hurting. I know it's hard to imagine redemption when your heart is still bleeding, but I'm not finished. I am the God who takes broken stories and rewrites them with power. I turn grief into grace. I turn pain into testimony. You have walked through fire, and though it scorched, it did not consume you. I've walked with you through every moment, and I have preserved you for something greater. Now I am taking your pain and transforming it into something sacred, something that will bless others and glorify me. There will come a day when you speak of what once broke you, and it will no longer sting. It will shine, because I will have turned your valley into a victory. What once silenced you will become your loudest praise. Your story will carry healing for others. I never waste a season of suffering. I never overlook a moment of hardship. Everything you've endured will bear fruit in its time. And when that time comes, you will see how I was writing a testimony all along. Be patient, my child. The pain won't last forever, but the testimony will. I am still writing. I am still redeeming. What once seemed like the end will become the beginning of your most powerful story. Trust me with your pain. I will not waste it. I will turn it into something beautiful, something eternal. I saw what was taken from you. I saw how it broke your heart and left a space in your life that nothing else seemed to fill. But I want you to know, what you lost is not the end of your story. I am the God who restores. I am the one who gives beauty for ashes and joy for mourning. You grieve over what was once yours, the relationship, the dream, the opportunity, the time. And I understand that grief. I do not dismiss your sorrow. But I also ask you to lift your eyes because I am not finished. I am able to return what was lost in a way that brings healing and joy greater than what was taken. Sometimes I allow things to leave your life not to punish you, but to prepare you. Not every loss is permanent. And even when it is, I have a way of redeeming time, restoring brokenness, and returning what you thought was gone forever. I work in multiplication, not subtraction. You may not see how it could happen, but I already do. I see the doors you don't see. I see the hearts I'm softening. I see the future that is waiting for you, and it is not one of lack, but of fullness. Let your faith rise again. Let your hands open to receive. Do not believe the lie that your best days are behind you. What you thought was the peak was only a glimpse. I have more for you, better for you, and when it arrives, you'll know it came from me, because it will exceed what you even dared to pray for. Your loss is not your final identity. It's a chapter, not the conclusion. I am the author, and I write redemptive endings. I don't just replace, I restore, and when I restore, I make it better than before. So hold on, my child. Keep trusting. What you lost, I can return, and when I do, it will carry my signature of love and overflow. There are moments when you feel invisible, when your efforts go unrecognized, your kindness unnoticed, your heart unseen. But I want to remind you, your worth is not defined by the applause of people. It is rooted in my eternal love. Even when no one else sees you, I see you. You were created in my image. That alone gives you unshakable value, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You are my child, and nothing can change that. Your worth is woven into your very being. It's not up for debate and it's not determined by this world. When others overlook you, I draw near. When your gifts go unseen, I smile at them. I see your small acts of love, your hidden prayers, your daily faithfulness. I see it all. And while the world may forget, I remember. I reward what is done in secret with grace that flows in abundance. You don't need to chase validation. You don't need to exhaust yourself proving your value. Rest in who I made you to be. You are enough, not because of accolades, but because I call you beloved. I placed purpose in your steps and light in your soul. Let go of the pressure to be seen. Let go of the need to be approved by everyone. I am the one who formed you, and my eyes are always on you. You are never truly unnoticed, never truly alone, never truly without purpose. Even in seasons of silence or obscurity, I am working. Sometimes I hide you to protect you. Sometimes I keep you unseen so I can develop the treasure inside you. When the time is right, I will reveal what I've placed within you, and it will bless many. So walk with confidence. You are valuable. You are chosen. You have infinite worth. Even when no one else sees it, I do. There will be times when the path I lead you on doesn't make sense. The road will feel unfamiliar, the steps unclear. But know this, I am your shepherd, and I do not lead in confusion. What may feel uncertain to you is perfectly known to me. I see the beginning and the end. I see the turns before you reach them, and I walk with you, guiding your steps, even when you can't see where they're landing. Trust isn't always about clarity, it's about connection. And I want you close to me, even when the way ahead is foggy. You don't need to understand everything to move forward. You just need to know that I am with you. I've been faithful before, haven't I? Then trust me again, I have not led you this far to abandon you. Each step is strategic, each pause is purposeful. Sometimes I take you the long way, not to delay you, but to develop you. There are lessons in the winding roads. There is strength being built in the unknown. And while you may not understand today, you will thank me later, because I was protecting and preparing you all along. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the fear of not knowing. I will light your path even if only one step at a time. And when you look back, you'll see that every step led to something beautiful. You don't have to figure it out. Just follow me. Obedience is your part. Outcome is mine. And I never lead without intention. My path for you may not be straight, but it is sure. So keep going. One step at a time, I guide you, even through the paths you don't yet understand. Some days you feel dim, worn or faded, as if your light is flickering beneath the weight of life. But hear me, beauty is not found only in the moments of strength or clarity. There is beauty in you, even on your cloudy days. I see it. I celebrate it. You don't have to be glowing with joy to be radiant in my eyes. Even your tears shine with purpose. Even your sighs carry value. I crafted you with care, and your beauty goes beyond appearance or mood. It's rooted in your spirit, in your heart, in who you are when no one is watching. When your mind is foggy and your emotions heavy, I still delight in you. I do not withdraw when you're low. In fact, I come closer. I sit with you in the shadows and speak truth when you can't hear your own. My love for you isn't seasonal. It's steady, strong, and deep. The world may celebrate beauty that's polished, put together, and always cheerful, but I see deeper. I see the beauty in your honesty, in your perseverance, in your softness, despite pain. You are beautiful when you rise, but also when you rest, when you ask for help, when you simply breathe. You don't need to wait for the storm to pass before you are seen. I see you now, and I want you to see yourself the way I do, whole, lovely, worthy. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are to me. Let your cloudy days be days of reflection, not rejection. Let them remind you that even when the sky is gray, the sun still shines behind it. And in the same way, my light is always within you. So take heart. Even when you don't feel it, there is still beauty in you. And I, your creator, never stop beholding it with love. So many times you feel like life is slipping from your grip. Plans unravel, people change, and nothing seems certain anymore. But I want you to take a deep breath, my child, and remember, I am in control. I have not lost sight of your life. I am still on the throne. Your circumstances may look chaotic, but I remain sovereign. I'm not intimidated by the storms you face. In fact, I have power over them. While you worry about the details, I am holding the whole picture in my hands. I know exactly what I'm doing. Control was never meant to be your burden. I invite you to rest, not because everything around you is calm, but because you trust that I am. Faith means letting go of the illusion that you must fix everything. It means trusting that I already have a plan in motion. I see what you can't. I go ahead of you. Nothing surprises me. I'm not reactive. I'm redemptive. Even what was meant for harm, I will use for good. My ways are higher, my thoughts deeper. You can trust me, even when you don't understand. Let me be your anchor in the storm. Let me be the calm in your chaos. You don't have to control outcomes, just walk with me one step at a time. I will lead you with peace, not pressure. The more you release, the more you will rest. The more you trust, the more you will thrive. You are safest, not when you have control, but when you surrender to mine. So trust me, child. I am in control. Always have been, always will be. You may feel unworthy some days. You may question your value, your place, your identity. But I want you to hold on to this eternal truth. You are my beloved child. That will never change. It is not based on your behavior, your past, or your feelings. It is rooted in my unchanging love. I chose you before you chose me. I claimed you when you were still unsure. I loved you before you even knew how to love me. Your identity is not in what others say, nor in your own insecurities. Your identity is in me, and I call you mine. Even when you fail, I do not disown you. Even when you run, I do not revoke my love. You are not a project I'm trying to fix. You are a child I delight in. When I look at you, I see the person I created with intention, purpose, and deep love. You don't have to earn your place in my family. It's already yours. I am not a distant God who tolerates you. I am your father, and I enjoy you. I rejoice over you with singing. I carry you when you're weak. I never grow tired of your need for me. You can come to me at any time, messy, confused, broken, and I will still call you child. I will still open my arms. I will still wrap you in mercy. You will never be too much or not enough for me. You are simply and forever loved. So stop questioning if you belong. You do. Stop wondering if you're good enough. My love has already answered that. You are covered in grace, held by my hands and anchored in eternal truth. You are my beloved child. Nothing will ever change that. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. There are times when your strength gives out, when getting out of bed feels impossible, when the weight of life crushes your chest and you wonder how to keep going. My child, in those moments, I want you to know, I carry you. When your legs give way, I lift you. You were never expected to walk this life on your own. I am not watching from a distance, waiting for you to fail. I am the shepherd who picks you up when you're too weary to take another step. I don't scold you. I hold you. I know your pain. I know the silent cries, the overwhelming pressure, the battles inside your mind. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't need to smile through the storm. You can fall into my arms and let me carry the burden for you. You've tried to stay strong for so long. You've held it together for everyone else. But I'm inviting you to fall apart in my presence, because I will not let you break beyond repair. I will not let you be crushed. I will sustain you when all your strength is gone. When you cannot walk in faith, I walk for you. When you cannot speak in prayer, I intercede. When you cannot lift your hands in worship, I lift your soul with my peace. I don't abandon the weary, I become their strength. There is no shame in being carried. There is no weakness in resting in me. It is not defeat, it is surrender. It is trust, it is love. And I am honored when you lean on me like a child leans on their parent. So let go. Rest your head on my shoulder. You are not too heavy for me. I carry you now, and I will carry you all the way home. You've been through so much. You've questioned so deeply. You've wondered why your prayers seem delayed, why your soul feels stretched, and whether I am still near. But know this, your faith is not being rejected. It is being refined, purified like gold in fire. I see the effort you put into believing. I see how you hold on even when your heart is tired. That, my child, is faith. It's not loud or dramatic. It's steady. It's real, and I honor it. I do not overlook the struggle behind your yes. Refinement is uncomfortable. It burns, it stretches, it reveals, but it also prepares. I am not testing you to break you. I am preparing you to carry greater things. I am strengthening your trust, not punishing your doubt. I am leading you deeper, not casting you aside. You are not losing your faith. You are learning to root it in me and not in outcomes. You are learning to walk not by sight, but by trust. This is the kind of faith that pleases me. Not perfect, but persistent. Not loud, but lasting. You haven't failed me. You are in process. You are growing. What you feel is not abandonment. It's transformation. The fire is not consuming you. It's refining you. And what emerges will shine brighter than before. Hold on even when it's quiet. Stay close even when it's hard. I have not rejected you. I am closer now than ever before. This season may feel like loss, but it's actually deep spiritual gain. Let your faith be refined. I am shaping it for things greater than you could ever imagine. No matter how far you feel you've fallen, no matter how much time feels wasted, I want you to know, I am the God of new beginnings. I do not run out of chances. I do not close the book on your life. I write new pages, again and again, with mercy and love. The enemy wants you to believe it's too late, that you've messed up too much, that your best days are behind you. But I say differently. I say, behold, I make all things new. I don't just repair what's broken, I build something greater out of it. You may carry regret, but I carry redemption. You may look back with sorrow, but I look ahead with hope. Every chapter you thought was ruined can become a testimony of my grace. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not time, not pain, not failure. I am not limited by your past. I am not surprised by your detours. I saw it all, and I already made a way forward. If you're still breathing, there is still purpose. If your heart is still beating, there is still more to your story. Let me begin again with you. You don't have to know how. Just say yes. Just surrender. Let me wash you in mercy, lift you with peace, and launch you into something new. I specialize in fresh starts. I celebrate returning hearts. I restore what you thought was gone forever. New beginnings aren't about perfection, they're about grace. And grace is always available. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't run out of chances. You are standing on the edge of renewal. So take my hand. Let's start again. I am the God of new beginnings, and I want to write a new story with you. There are promises I've spoken over your life, and you've held them with trembling hands. You've waited, you've prayed, you've cried. At times you've doubted whether you heard me right, but I am here to remind you. The promise still stands. I have not changed my mind. Delays are not denials. Silence is not abandonment. What I promised I will fulfill. It may not look like what you expected or arrive when you imagined, but it is coming. I don't speak carelessly. My word never returns empty. It always accomplishes what I send it to do. You've grown weary. I see it. I see how you hold on to hope with fading strength, but I'm strengthening you even now. I'm watering the seed that has not yet sprouted. Just because you don't see the fruit yet doesn't mean the root isn't growing deep. Faith means trusting me beyond what you see. It means believing my voice over your circumstances. I know that's hard, but it's holy, and I'm walking with you through it. My promises are not based on your perfection. They are based on my faithfulness. Keep declaring what I said even when your surroundings say otherwise. Keep hoping, keep expecting. I am a promise keeper. I am a covenant maker, and I always finish what I begin. Your promise may be taking longer, but it hasn't disappeared. I am aligning everything, hearts, timing, situations. When it comes, it will be clear that it was me and me alone. So stand firm. Don't let go. The promise still stands, and soon you'll see it come to life. My beloved child, I know how deep the pain has cut. I know how you've cried, how you've questioned, how you've wondered why the pressure doesn't stop. But I need you to understand this. Even when it hurts, I am molding you. I am shaping your heart, your character, your soul, not to destroy you, but to prepare you for greater things. I do not allow pain without purpose. I do not permit storms without crafting shelter in the middle of them. What you feel right now is not punishment. It is transformation, and I am holding you through every part of it. There are pieces of you that I am refining, areas you didn't know needed healing, strength, or growth. I do this not to shame you, but to grow you into the person I created you to be. Just like clay must go through fire to become strong, you too are being strengthened through your trials. You're learning to depend on me more deeply. You're learning to release control. You're discovering faith that is not based on feelings but rooted in truth. I know it's hard. I know the weight feels too much at times, but I am with you in the fire, not far from it. You may not understand my process now, but one day you will look back and see how everything that stretched you also expanded you. You will see how I took the breaking and made it into building. I am not distant from your pain. I am present within it. I am the one who catches your tears, who speaks softly to your weary heart, who whispers, "Keep going. I am not done." Every crack, every wound, every scar is being used in my hands to reveal something sacred. I am not in a rush with your healing. I work in seasons, not seconds. I see what you're becoming even when you feel stuck. I see the strength that is forming in the silence. I know the person you will be on the other side of this, and I promise you, you will not come out of this empty. You will come out with wisdom, with grace, with testimony. You will walk into places others fear to go, because you'll carry the light of someone who has survived and been remade. So don't resist the process. Don't give in to the lie that says this is pointless, that nothing is happening. The work I do in the secret place is often the most sacred. The growth you can't see is the growth that roots you the deepest. And I am not wasting this pain. I am turning it into power. I am turning your wounds into wells of compassion for others. What hurt you will one day heal many through your words, your life, your endurance. Let me continue my work. Don't rush out of the fire. I am with you in it. And when it's time, I will lift you out, more radiant than ever. You will rise not only healed but whole, not only restored but redefined. You will not recognize the strength that has grown in you until the storm ends and you see how much taller you now stand. Trust me, even when it hurts, I am molding you for glory. This is not the end of you, my child. This is the making of you. I see the weight you carry. I feel the tension in your chest, the pressure on your heart, the endless thoughts running through your mind. I know the battles you face, some visible to others, and some that live quietly in your soul. But hear me, my beloved, you are not alone in this battle. Even when no one else sees it, I do. Even when no one else understands it, I walk with you through it. You have never fought a single moment of your life without my presence surrounding you. There are spiritual wars you don't even realize you've been winning because I've been fighting them for you. There are battles I've shielded you from, temptations I've pulled you back from, dangers I've redirected you away from. I am your defender, your refuge, your shield. I don't just send you into battle. I go before you, I stand beside you, and I cover you from behind. You are surrounded by grace, even when it doesn't feel like it. You are protected more than you know. I know that the fight gets tiring. I know that sometimes your faith feels like a flickering flame, but even a flicker is enough for me to work with. You don't need to roar. You just need to remain. You don't need to conquer alone. You need to call on me. I never asked you to be a warrior without a savior. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you are overwhelmed, come to me. Lay your weapons down and let me be your strength. Your prayers are more powerful than you realize. Your worship in the middle of the storm shakes the heavens. Your simple "God, I need you" calls down angelic armies. The spiritual world moves when my children stand firm. Don't be deceived by what you see. Your enemy is already defeated, and I am working behind the scenes. Victory is not a wish. It is a promise I've made over your life. You are not in this fight because you're being punished. You are in it because you carry purpose. The enemy would not attack something that wasn't valuable. And you, my child, are precious. You're a light in the darkness. You carry my spirit. You threaten the plans of the enemy just by existing. That's why the battle has been so intense. But that's also why the victory will be so great. So hold your ground. Stand on my promises. Speak my word aloud. Let praise be your battle cry. Let faith be your armor. I am with you. Every step, every breath, every silent tear. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. And you are not outnumbered. You are not alone in this battle. Because I, the Lord your God, am fighting with you and for you. You've tried to be strong for so long, haven't you? You've tried to carry it all, fix it all, hold everything together. You think that if you just try harder, pray longer, be better, then maybe it will be enough. But my child, it was never meant to be that way. I didn't create you to be your own savior. I created you to walk in grace, and my grace is enough for you. You don't need to earn what I freely give. My grace isn't a reward for the holy. It's a gift for the humble. It meets you in the middle of your mess, not just in your moments of success. My grace doesn't just cover your past. It empowers your present and secures your future. It is the divine strength I pour into your weakness. I know you feel like you've failed at times. I know the weight of guilt still tries to cling to your heart. But hear me. I don't see you through the lens of shame. I see you through the lens of redemption. I see the blood of my Son covering every sin, every slip, every shortcoming. My grace is not fragile. It is not temporary. It is abundant and unbreakable. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to wear a mask of strength. I already see you, the real you, and I still love you. Let my grace be the ground you stand on, not your own efforts. Let it carry you when your strength fails, and let it remind you that your identity is not in your performance, but in my promise. Every time you fall, my grace picks you up. Every time you doubt, my grace reassures you. Every time you want to give up, my grace whispers, "You're not done yet." It's not about being perfect. It's about being present with me, and I am enough to fill in every gap. So breathe, child. Rest in me. You don't need to strive. You don't need to exhaust yourself trying to be worthy. You already are, because I have called you mine. I gave you grace to walk this journey, not to prove yourself, but to know me deeper. And I promise you, in every season, in every storm, in every weakness, my grace will always be enough for you. The world often defines people by what they do, what they look like, what they achieve. But I don't look at you the way others do. I see beyond the surface. I see your heart. I see the parts of you that no one else does. The tears you cry when the lights are off, the prayers you whisper when no one's around, the love you carry, even when your own heart feels empty. I see who you are on the inside, and I treasure it. You've spent so much time trying to be understood, trying to explain yourself, trying to prove your value. But I already know your value. I already understand you. You don't have to perform for me. I love you just as you are. Even when you feel like a mystery to yourself, you are never a mystery to me. I created every layer of your being with purpose. The kindness you show that no one thanks you for, I see it. The moments you choose peace over retaliation, I see them. The integrity you hold on to when it would be easier to give in, I celebrate it. You are more beautiful than you realize, not because of appearance, but because of the purity I've placed inside you. I planted seeds of compassion, of resilience, of faith, and they are growing. You are not what others say you are. You are not your worst moment. You are not your flaws. You are not your fear. You are my beloved, seen, known, and completely accepted. Your inner world is not hidden from me. It is my dwelling place, and I love being close to you. Let me remind you of who you are. Chosen, equipped, gentle, brave. You are not invisible. You are not overlooked. What is inside you shines in ways that eternity notices, even when people on earth don't. You are seen through eyes of love, not comparison. Stop shrinking to fit into labels that were never meant for you. You are not a product of this world. You are a reflection of me, and I am proud of who you are becoming. Your heart matters. Your soul shines. Your quiet strength echoes in the heavens. So walk tall, my child. I see who you are on the inside, and I call it beautiful. You may feel alone at times, like your journey is quiet, unnoticed, or forgotten. But child, I want you to know there is a whole heaven cheering for you. You are not just another person living life day by day. You are deeply known in the courts of heaven. Angels are assigned to your journey. Saints are watching with joy. And I, your Father, am delighting in every step you take in faith. You have no idea how powerful your obedience is, even when it feels small. Every time you choose me over comfort, every time you keep going when you want to give up, all of heaven rejoices. You don't see it, but your perseverance echoes in eternity. Your life is part of a bigger story, one where glory is being written in invisible ink. You are not an accident, you are not forgotten, you are not unseen. Every act of love, every word of hope, every silent prayer, they move heaven. I rejoice in your growth. I dance over your victories. I hold you close when you feel defeated, and I never stop rooting for you. There is more going on than you realize. The cloud of witnesses mentioned in my word is real. They cheer for you, not because you are perfect, but because you are pressing on. You are running your race, and that brings honor to me and joy to heaven. When you fall, I lift you. When you rise, I celebrate you. When you walk in purpose, I increase your strength. There is nothing you do that is too small to matter. Your life matters. Your yes to me matters. You are building something that will last forever, so take heart. You are not running in vain. You are not fighting alone. Every step you take brings you closer to the fullness of what I've promised. And heaven, yes, heaven, is cheering you on with every breath. I know how long you've been waiting. I know how many nights you've cried, how many prayers you've whispered, how many times you've questioned whether anything is changing. And I want you to hear me clearly. Don't give up now. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. The miracle is not far away. It is forming, unfolding, approaching in ways you cannot yet see. Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean I'm not moving. I work in silence as often as I work in thunder. So many give up moments before the miracle arrives, but not you, my child. I have sustained you for this long. Do you think I would abandon you now? I am the one who strengthens you when you have no strength left. I am the one who gives you just enough to take the next step, and each step brings you closer to the promise I made. Do not trust what your eyes see. Trust what I have spoken. Faith is forged in moments like this, when you're tempted to surrender, but instead, you press on. I am proud of you. Yes, even in your exhaustion, even in your doubts, even in the days when you pray with trembling hands. I see the battle behind your smile. I honor the fight inside your heart. You may feel weak, but you are walking in a strength greater than your own, because it is mine. I want you to picture this. A seed underground, invisible to the world yet growing in silence. That seed is your miracle. You've planted it in faith. You've watered it with tears. You've believed even when the soil looked dry. But roots go down before fruit comes up, and you, beloved, are about to see the fruit. Don't let discouragement blind you. It is the enemy's last tactic. He knows what I'm about to do, and he fears it. That's why the pressure has increased. That's why the warfare has intensified. It's not because you're failing, it's because you're closer than you've ever been. Soon you will look back and say, "Thank God I didn't quit. Thank God I held on." Because what I'm preparing will make the wait worth it. What I'm releasing into your life will silence the doubt, confirm the faith, and exceed your expectations. Hold on, my child, just a little longer. Your miracle is closer than you think, and I, the God of the impossible, am already at work. You've prayed with honesty. You've asked me for help, for healing, for answers, and I've heard every word, every sigh, every whisper of hope. But I want you to know, I'm not just going to give you what you asked for. I'm going to give you more, because I always do more than my children expect, more than they imagine, more than they feel worthy to receive. You asked for restoration, and I will bring it, but I will also bring joy, purpose, and peace with it. You asked for provision, and I will provide, but I will also give wisdom and overflow. I'm not a God of barely enough. I am the God of abundance, of pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I am generous, and my heart delights in blessing those who trust me. Sometimes you pray small because you fear disappointment. You shrink your expectations so that you won't be hurt. But I don't want your faith to be limited by fear. I want you to dream big, to pray boldly, to believe that your Father owns everything and lacks nothing. You are not bothering me when you ask. You are honoring me by trusting that I can. I see what's in your heart that you haven't even spoken. I know the secret dreams you've tucked away, the buried hopes you've silenced out of fear, but I haven't forgotten them. Even the desires you dared not voice, I've already been working on them, because my plans for you are far beyond your prayers. My vision for your life is deeper and wider than anything you can conceive. Do not settle for less than what I have. Don't limit yourself to what you see. I'm doing things behind the scenes that will amaze you. I'm aligning people, unlocking doors, and creating opportunities that will appear suddenly, but have been in motion for a long time. I am not slow, I am precise. So when the answer comes, it will not only meet the need, it will overflow. It will not only resolve the issue, it will reveal my glory. You'll know it came from me, because it will be more than you could have thought to ask for. And you will say, "This could only be God." Yes, you've asked, but I will do more because I love you, and I am a Father who gives in abundance. You are not an accident. You are not here by chance. From the very beginning, I wrote your purpose into the fabric of your soul. Before anyone knew your name, I knew your calling, and no one, no failure, no enemy, no person can take that away from you. Your purpose is sealed by my hand. You may have taken detours. You may have walked through seasons where you forgot who you were, but your purpose has not expired. It has not been cancelled. What I have placed in you is eternal. I don't withdraw my calling. I don't change my mind. What I've spoken over your life still stands, and I will bring it to completion. The world may have overlooked you, but I haven't. People may have underestimated you, but I haven't. I see the gifts in you, the fire in your spirit, the passion I planted in your heart. You don't need a platform to matter. You don't need a spotlight to be used. I will use you exactly where you are, and then I will take you where you never thought you could go. Purpose is not found in fame, achievement, or recognition. Purpose is found in obedience. And every time you say yes to me, even when no one else sees, you are walking in destiny. Your small steps of faith are building something eternal, and I, your Creator, am pleased. Do not compare your purpose with others. You were never meant to be a copy. You are a masterpiece. You have a voice that matters, a story that carries healing, a light that pushes back darkness. You were born for such a time as this. You are necessary to the world I placed you in. And even when you feel lost, even when you question your worth, I am always ready to realign you with your purpose. I'm not waiting for perfection. I'm waiting for surrender. Let me lead. Let me awaken what's been dormant. Your life still has so much ahead. You have a purpose and it cannot be stolen, because I, the author of your life, wrote it myself, and I will fulfill it in you. Peace is not the absence of problems, it is the presence of me. And I want you to know, right now, in the middle of all your questions and chaos, I am surrounding you with my peace. Not a fragile calm, but a holy stillness. Not a temporary fix, but a lasting assurance that I am in control and I am with you. I see the unrest in your heart, the way your mind races, your chest tightens, your spirit stirs. You try to stay calm, but anxiety sneaks in. Worry grows louder, fear grabs hold. But child, let me step into your storm. Let me speak. Peace, be still, not just to the waves around you, but to the turmoil within you. You were not meant to carry all of this alone. You were not created to live on edge. My peace surpasses understanding. It quiets your soul when logic cannot. It brings rest even when the situation hasn't changed. Because peace isn't about what's happening, it's about who is with you through it. Let me be your calm. Let me be your quiet place. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to know that I am here. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and feel my presence surrounding you. I am in the room with you. I am in the silence. I am in the waiting. My peace is stronger than fear. It's deeper than confusion. It's brighter than doubt. Let it fill every corner of your heart. Let it wash over your thoughts, your decisions, your emotions. Let me silence the noise around you and anchor you in truth. You don't need to beg for peace. I've already given it to you. Receive it. Rest in it. Let it guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Let it be your portion every morning, your strength every evening, your comfort through every hour. I surround you with my peace, and when I give peace, it stays. There are days that feel endless, nights that seem unbearable, moments when hope feels like a fading whisper. But I want you to remember this, my child. Every hard day has an ending. Pain may last for a night, but joy always comes in the morning. And through every hour, in every high and every low, I am with you. I never leave you alone in your struggle. I don't abandon you when things get heavy. In fact, I draw nearer. I hold you in your weakness. I walk with you when you can barely stand. I understand the weight you carry, and I carry it with you. You never go through a hard day without my presence surrounding you. I see how you push through when no one is cheering you on. I know how much energy it takes just to keep moving, and I celebrate your resilience even if it doesn't feel victorious. You're not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You're human, and I am God, the one who lifts the weary. There is grace for today. There is mercy for tonight. And there is hope waiting for you in tomorrow. Don't let a difficult moment make you think the story is over. I am still writing. I am still redeeming. The sun will rise again, and so will you. Hard days do not define you. They refine you. They show you where your strength comes from. And I will use every one of them to shape you, strengthen you, and deepen your dependence on me. Nothing you go through is wasted in my hands. So take today one moment at a time. Let me walk with you, talk with you, comfort you. I am not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be present with me. I can carry what you can't. I can sustain what tries to crush you. I can give rest where everything feels restless. And when the day ends, I will still be here, watching over you as you sleep, speaking peace over your mind, preparing new mercies for the morning. Every hard day has an ending, but my love for you never will. I know the moments when you feel trapped, when the walls around you seem to close in, when the burden becomes too heavy and you feel like there's no escape. I've seen the way your heart sinks as you search for a solution and nothing appears. But hear me, my beloved, when you don't see a way out, I open doors. Doors you cannot imagine, paths you didn't consider, miracles you didn't expect. You are never without hope. You are never without help. I am the God who made a way through the Red Sea, who provided a road in the wilderness, who broke open prison doors with a song. I have not changed. I am still the one who makes the impossible possible. What looks like a dead end to you is simply a moment before my intervention. Your understanding has limits. Mine does not. I see what you can't. I orchestrate outcomes you haven't even prayed for. I am never stuck, never surprised, never caught off guard. When you hit the wall, I already have a key. When you cry out, I'm already answering. I move in ways that defy logic, not to confuse you, but to show you that I am God. Do not lose hope just because the answer isn't visible. Faith is not about seeing, it's about trusting. And I'm inviting you to trust me again, right here in the waiting, right here in the mystery. Let me be your vision in the fog. Let me guide you step by step, even if the entire road isn't clear yet. I will not let you be lost. Some doors will open suddenly, some gradually, but all in my perfect timing. I am not withholding to hurt you. I am preparing the right moment, the right people, the right opportunity. When it opens, it will be right, and you'll know it came from me. Until then, stay close. Keep seeking. Keep listening. Your current situation is not permanent. Your circumstance does not define your future. I am the God who opens doors that no one can shut, and closes doors that would have led to harm. I am both your deliverer and your protector. Nothing blocks me. Nothing limits me. Nothing intimidates me. So hold tight to my promises. Lift your eyes to me. The door you cannot see is closer than you know, and when I open it, it will change everything. You may not realize it, but your existence, your voice, your kindness, your simple presence is the answer to someone's prayer. So I placed you in this world for more than survival. I placed you here with purpose. Someone out there is waiting for the light you carry, for the comfort you give, for the wisdom I've poured into your heart. You've asked me to move in the lives of others. You've prayed for loved ones, for friends, for strangers. And while I often send angels, more often I send people, and sometimes I send you. You are my vessel. You are my ambassador of love, grace, and hope. Never underestimate the impact of your presence in someone's storm. You don't have to be perfect to be used by me. You don't have to have all the answers. All you need is a willing heart, and yours is precious to me. Every time you smile, encourage, forgive, speak life, you are participating in heaven's work. You're sowing seeds that will bear fruit for eternity. Your small acts ripple further than you see. I know sometimes you wonder if what you do even matters, but I assure you, it does. Every quiet act of compassion is felt. Every sacrifice of love is seen. There are people who breathe easier because you showed up. There are hearts that healed because of your gentleness. And there are destinies impacted by your courage to love. You are not invisible in the kingdom. I celebrate every time you choose kindness over criticism, patience over anger, faith over fear. I rejoice when you say yes to me, even when it's hard. And I want you to know, you are not only blessed, but you are a blessing. Let me use you more. Let me shine through your words, your work, your daily walk. Someone you haven't even met yet is praying for a sign, and you are the answer I'm preparing. You carry light that cannot be hidden even on your darkest days. So walk boldly, child. You are not just loved, you are sent, and someone's miracle is coming through your life. Pain has visited your life more than once. Feel it's left marks, scars, and memories that still sting, and yet I want you to see something deeper. That pain did not destroy you. It shaped you, it softened you, it taught you how to feel, and more than that, how to love. The pain that made you cry is now becoming the very wellspring of your compassion. You've wept over losses, disappointments, betrayal. You've sat in silence, wondering why you had to go through it. And though it may sound strange, I tell you, even that pain is holy in my hands. I never waste it, I transform it. The pain didn't come from me, but I have the power to redeem it, to give it meaning, to use it to build a deeper, gentler heart in you. You now love with depth because you have known loss. You show kindness to strangers because you know what it's like to be overlooked. You sit with those who suffer, not in judgment, but in quiet understanding, because you've been there. That is a gift. That is what it means to carry my heart. You don't need to be ashamed of your tears. They watered the garden of your soul. They carved out space where mercy could grow. You are not weaker because of what hurt you. You are more human, more alive, more like my son who also wept, also suffered, also loved deeply. Pain doesn't get the final word. Love does. And the love I've placed in you, refined by fire, shines more brightly now. You are a healing presence to others. You speak with empathy. You forgive with grace. You lift others because you know what it's like to be on the floor. Let your pain become your ministry. Let your sorrow become strength. Let the places that once held bitterness now bloom with mercy. You are proof that broken things can become beautiful, and that wounds, when healed by me, can become sources of life. The pain that made you cry has also made you love like me, and that, my child, is a holy miracle. When you wake up and feel like you can't go on, when yesterday's burdens try to follow you into today, remember this: I renew your strength every morning. Not once, not sometimes, every morning. My mercies are new with the sunrise, and my grace flows without limit. I know you get tired. That's why I promise to be your renewal. You don't have to carry yesterday's weight into today. You don't have to borrow strength from tomorrow. I give you enough for today. I fill your lungs with breath, your heart with hope, and your soul with resilience. Even if you feel weak, you are not running on empty. You are running on me. Every night while you rest, I work. I restore what was drained. I speak to your spirit while your body sleeps. I surround you with angels and cover you with my peace. And in the morning, I meet you again, not with condemnation, but with compassion, not with pressure, but with provision. You may not feel renewed the moment you open your eyes, but come to me, sit with me. Let me speak to your weary heart. Let me remind you of who you are and whose you are. In my presence, strength rises. In my word, life returns. In my arms, rest is found. There's no shame in needing strength. I made you to depend on me. I'm not disappointed when you're weary. I'm delighted when you come to me to be filled again. I never turn away the tired. I am the God who restores the soul and refreshes the heart. So don't be afraid to begin again today. Even if yesterday felt like failure, even if last night was full of tears, today is new. I am here. I am enough. And I am pouring fresh strength into you. Right now in this moment. You don't have to be strong alone. I renew your strength every morning, and I will do it again tomorrow. You may not see yourself as extraordinary. You may feel average, broken, unseen. But to me, you are a living miracle. Every breath you take is evidence of my power. Every step you've taken after heartache, every smile after sorrow, every moment you chose faith, those are miracles. You are still here, and that alone is a testimony. There were battles you didn't think you'd survive, nights you thought would be your last, moments where darkness whispered lies into your ears. But look at you. You're still standing. You may not feel strong, but you are stronger than you know. Not because of your own might, but because I have upheld you with my right hand. You've overcome things that tried to bury you. You've healed in places that once felt numb. You've kept going, even with wounds still healing. That resilience didn't come from nowhere. It came from me. I was with you through it all. I breathed life into your lungs when you were out of breath. I whispered hope when despair screamed. I am the reason your heart still beats with purpose. Don't diminish your journey. Don't call survival luck or coincidence. It was grace, it was divine intervention, it was me. I kept you when everything else fell apart. I surrounded you with mercy when shame tried to crush you. I brought you through, not so you would hide, but so you would shine. You are not here by accident. You are not breathing just to exist. You are living to glorify me. You are living proof that I still save, still heal, still redeem. Your life speaks louder than you know. And others are watching, being encouraged, being lifted, just by your faithfulness to keep moving forward. So stand tall. You are a living miracle, a walking testimony, a child of grace. And I am not done with you yet. There is more to your story, more healing, more joy, more impact. So many times you carry the weight of yesterday like chains. You replay mistakes, relive regrets, and wonder if you've disqualified yourself from the love or the plans I have for you. But listen to me. I do not look at you through the lens of your past. I see your heart. I see who you are becoming. I see the cries you made when no one else was watching. My gaze does not rest on your failures, but on the sincerity of your longing to return to me. The world may remind you of what you've done. People may define you by your lowest moments, but I don't. I see the battles you've fought silently. I see the transformations slowly taking place beneath the surface. When I look at you, I see the potential I placed in you before time began. I see a heart that wants to be whole, a soul that desires me even when it's tired and bruised. I see a masterpiece in progress. You are not the labels others have placed on you. You are not the sum of your worst decisions. I paid the price to remove the weight of sin from your shoulders. I didn't die for the perfect version of you. I gave my life for the real you, the broken you, the confused you, the version of you you've tried to hide, and I would do it again without hesitation. Stop running from me because of shame. I am not pushing you away. I am drawing you near. I long to meet you in your mess, to sit with you in the ashes, and to begin again. I want to show you how my mercy rewrites stories, how grace rebuilds ruins, and how nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my love. Let me show you what I see. Let me lift your chin and speak truth to your heart. You are not beyond repair. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. I don't want your perfection. I want your honesty. I want your trust. I want your heart, just as it is, even if it's trembling. You are safe with me, safe to be seen, known, and still loved. When you walk with me, your past loses its power. Your future becomes bright with redemption. I do not keep record of wrongs. I keep record of your returning. I rejoice every time you take a step toward me, no matter how small. So come, let me hold the heart the world has misunderstood. I don't see your past. I see your heart. And to me, it is beautiful. There are moments when words fail you, when the heaviness is too deep to describe, when the emotions rise too quickly for language to catch up. I know those moments well, and I want you to rest in this truth. Even when you can't speak, I understand your sighs. The quiet groans, the long breaths, the tears without explanation, they speak loudly in my presence. You are not less faithful because your prayers are silent. You are not less spiritual because you cannot find the words. You are human, and I am your God, the one who formed your inmost being, the one who understands your soul beyond your own understanding. Your sighs are sacred to me. They are the sound of your soul reaching for me. Even when your mouth is still, when your heart is too tired to speak, I lean in closer. I hear the ache, the longing, the unspoken questions. I receive them all, and I respond not with judgment, but with comfort. You are not ignored in your silence. You are embraced. You are cradled in grace. You are held in my arms even when your voice is gone. There is a holy language that only I know, the language of your spirit. Your spirit speaks when your lips cannot. I know when you're overwhelmed, when you're discouraged, when your faith feels faint. I never mistake silence for distance. I am always near, even in your wordless pain. Let go of the pressure to sound perfect. Let go of the idea that you need eloquence to reach me. I'm not looking for performance. I'm looking for presence. And your presence, your raw, hurting, vulnerable self, is enough. When you sit with me in silence, I sit with you in love. I carry your sighs into heaven like incense. I turn them into strength. I return them to you in peace. I respond with a love so deep that words are not required to understand it. You are known fully and tenderly, even when your prayers come in fragments. So rest, my child. Exhale. I hear you. I feel you. I understand your sighs, and I answer with my presence. There are days when you don't feel like yourself, when your energy fades, your motivation slips away, and the world feels like too much. On those days, the enemy tries to convince you that you've lost value, that you are somehow less. But that is a lie. I want you to hear this clearly. Your worth does not decrease when you feel weak. It never has, and it never will. You are not a machine. You are a living soul, and I designed you with limits. Fatigue is not failure. Weakness is not sin. Even my son, perfect in every way, that grew tired, wept, and withdrew to be alone with me. Your weakness is not something to hide. It is something to bring to me. I do not reject you in it. I draw near to you. I see the courage it takes to show up when you don't feel strong. I see how you push through the fog, how you still choose kindness, how you still whisper prayers. That is strength in my eyes. That is beauty. That is faith. Your value is not measured by productivity, popularity, or performance. It is anchored in my unchanging love. The truth is, my power shines best when you are weak, because in that moment, your heart is wide open. In that moment, your pride falls, and your soul surrenders. And in that place, I pour in grace. I wrap you in mercy. I lift you higher than your own effort ever could. You are most powerful when you are resting in me. You don't need to prove yourself to me. You don't have to hustle to be loved. You are mine, and nothing will change that. Not your energy level, not your emotional state, not your circumstances. I love you on your best day and your worst. I celebrate your victories, but I also sit beside you in your struggle. So when the weakness comes, don't hide. Bring it to me. Lay it down. Let me hold you. Let me remind you that your worth is eternal, unshakable, and not tied to how together you feel. I delight in you as you are, not as you think you should be. You are precious in every season, every state, every moment. Even in weakness, especially in weakness, your worth remains untouched. There are seasons when you feel buried, under shame, under failure, under sorrow. It feels like the dust has settled on your dreams, your confidence, even your identity. But I am not a God who leaves his children buried. I am lifting you from the dust. I am calling you to rise again, to breathe again, to believe again. You are not meant to stay down. You are meant to live. I see the places where you've collapsed, the quiet breakdowns, the lonely nights, the silent giving up. And I do not walk past you. I kneel beside you. I reach down into the low places and take your hand. I don't ask you to stand on your own. I pull you up with my strength, not yours. My arms are strong enough for both of us. There is no shame in falling. Life hits hard sometimes, and I understand that. But what matters most is this. You don't stay there, and you won't, because I am your lifter. I am your revival. I am the one who breathes life back into dry bones. What feels like an ending is just the ground from which I will grow something new. The dust may have covered you, but it did not consume you. Your worth is not diminished by your lowest point. In fact, it's there that my love shines brightest. In the dust you learn to lean on me completely. In the dirt you discover my closeness. And in the rising you carry the testimony of a God who resurrects. I will not just lift you, I will restore you. I will give you new strength, new vision, new joy. I will remind you of the dreams you buried. I will clean off the dirt and show you the beauty that still remains. What others called ruined, I call redeemed. What others left behind, I call chosen. Let me lift you, child. Don't fight alone. Don't lie in the dust believing that's where you belong. I made you to stand, to walk, to run, to shine. I made you to reflect my glory. And even in the dust, my light never left you. I am lifting you now. Feel my hand. Trust my voice. The dust will not define you, my love will. There is a holy power in your yes even when it's small, trembling and unsure. Each time you choose me, when it would be easier to give in, walk away or stay comfortable, something shifts in heaven. My child, never underestimate the impact of your obedience. Your yes moves mountains you can't even see. I don't require perfect strength. I ask for willingness. I'm not waiting for you to have it all figured out. I'm waiting for you to simply trust me enough to say, yes, Lord, even if I'm scared. Yes, Lord, even if I don't understand. That kind of yes shakes the enemy. That kind of yes builds legacy. That kind of yes brings me joy. There's power in your surrender. Every time you lay down your plans, your fears, your timelines, you are giving me room to do the impossible. My greatest miracles often begin with the smallest yes. Abraham said yes. Moses said yes. Mary said yes. And the world was never the same again. So will you trust that your yes carries the same eternal weight? You may not see the results right away, but I see the roots growing beneath the surface. Your obedience is never in vain. It waters your faith. It builds your spirit. It prepares the ground for miracles. Even when no one applauds you, heaven is clapping. Even when the road gets harder, I am strengthening your feet. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be faithful. You don't need to know the outcome. You need to trust the author. When you say yes to me, you are aligning your life with my power. You're stepping into something bigger than yourself. And I promise, I will meet you in every step. So let today be another yes. Not to pressure, not to fear, but to me. Let it be a quiet agreement between your heart and mine. A whispered yes that opens doors, changes lives, and awakens purpose. There is power in your yes, my child. And with everyone, I will do more than you imagined possible. You often wonder why I chose you. You question whether you're qualified, whether you've done enough, whether you're worthy of being used. But let me say it clearly, once and for all. I did not choose you because of what you've done. I chose you because of who I am, because of how deeply, endlessly, and unconditionally I love you. My love made the first move. My love saw you before you were formed. My love declared mine over your life before you took your first breath. I am not like people. I don't choose based on resumes, accomplishments, or appearances. I look at the heart. I look at the cry, the hunger, the desire for me. And when I saw your heart, I said, that one? I want that one. I didn't wait for you to be perfect. I didn't wait for you to fix everything. I chose you in your brokenness because I knew what I could do with a surrendered soul. You may think your mistakes disqualify you. They don't. You may think your past has stained you. It hasn't. My blood has covered it all. My grace has washed it clean. I don't hold your sins against you. I hold your future in my hands. What disqualifies you in the eyes of the world, I use as the very thing that brings me glory. I don't need you to impress me. I need you to believe me, to believe that I really did choose you, not because you earned it, but because you are loved. My choosing is not temporary, it's not fragile, it's eternal. My calling over your life cannot be undone by the opinions of others, nor by the doubts in your own mind. You are not here by chance. You are not a backup plan. You are divinely appointed. I have placed something inside of you that this world needs, and I will finish what I started. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where I knew you would be when I chose you. So stop running from the weight of your calling. Let me carry it with you. Stop disqualifying yourself from what I've already declared over you. You are chosen, not for perfection, but for purpose, for my glory to be revealed through your story. Yes, I chose you, and I still choose you. Every day, every hour, forever. You've been carrying words that weren't yours to carry. Accusations, criticism, rejection, comparisons, voices that tried to define you, limit you, shape how you see yourself. But today I want to silence every voice that isn't mine. It doesn't matter what they said. What matters is what I say. And I say you are loved, you are chosen, you are enough. They may have called you unworthy, but I call you redeemed. They may have labeled you broken, but I call you whole. They may have walked away, but I never did. You don't need their approval to have value. You don't need their permission to step into your calling. I have already spoken truth over your life, and no one can revoke what I declare. The opinions of others do not carry eternal weight. Their rejection cannot override my acceptance. Let their words fall to the ground. I will never let them root in your spirit. Come to me with every wound they've caused. Lay it down and let me speak new words over you. Words of healing, words of life, words that will set your heart free. Do not repeat their lies in your mind anymore. I know the truth of who you are. I formed you. I see every part of you and I do not flinch. You are beautiful to me. You are sacred. You are filled with potential that no man or woman can measure. And my opinion is the only one that matters in the end. Let my voice be the loudest. When they say you'll never make it, I say, I have already made a way. When they say you are too much, I say, you are exactly as I created you to be. When they say you don't belong, I say, you belong in my heart forever. My words build you. Their words cannot break you when your ears are tuned to mine. You are not who they said you were. You are who I say you are. A light in the dark, a warrior in my army, a child of the Most High. Their opinion will fade, but my word will stand forever. So lift your head, child. Walk in confidence. It doesn't matter what they said, only what I say. And I say you are mine. You were never meant to just exist. You were born with purpose, with destiny, with divine fire inside of you. I placed a calling on your life that is greater than anything you've imagined. And though it may feel overwhelming at times, I want you to remember, you are not alone in it. I walk with you. I strengthen you. And yes, you are the answer to a calling that is bigger than yourself, because I placed myself in you. You've felt the pull, the quiet ache for more, the holy dissatisfaction with mediocrity. That's me, that's my spirit within you, stirring your soul, awakening gifts that have been buried, calling you forward into a life that matters for eternity. You were not designed to blend in. You were born to stand out with my glory. Your calling isn't just about what you do. It's about who you become. It's about love, obedience, compassion, faith, and sacrifice. It's about saying yes to me even when the cost is high, even when the way is unclear. And every time you step forward, even in fear, all of heaven rejoices, because you are becoming the vessel I destined you to be. Do not let insecurity stop you. Do not let fear mute your voice. I have equipped you. I have gone before you. I have placed angels around you and fire within you. Your words carry weight. Your prayers shake the atmosphere. Your presence is part of my plan. This world is darker without your light. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't need a title or a platform. You simply need to say yes. Your life will impact others in ways you will never fully see. But I see, and I will reward every act of obedience, every quiet act of love, every brave moment of surrender. Keep walking, my child. Keep listening for my voice. Keep responding with courage. The calling I placed in you is not random. It is holy. And it will unfold as you trust me day by day. You are the answer to something eternal, because I live in you, and I never send you where my presence will not keep you. There are moments when you reach for me and feel nothing, when you pray and hear no response, when you sit in the quiet and wonder if I'm still near, and I want you to know, yes, I am still near. The silence you feel is not absence, it is depth. It is the sacred space where I am doing my deepest work in you. You've been taught to fear silence, to associate it with distance, but with me, silence is never neglect. It is not punishment, it is preparation. It is a holy hush, where your soul quiets enough to truly hear me, not in thunder but in whispers. I speak most profoundly when the noise fades and your spirit becomes still. You may not see fruit yet, but roots are growing. You may not feel change, but transformation is taking place. In the silence, I purify motives. I heal unseen wounds. I stretch your faith and grow your capacity. I teach you to rely not on emotion, but on truth. I am not still because I've stopped. I am still because I'm working deep. Think of the seed buried underground. It is silent, invisible, seemingly lifeless, but in that darkness, life is forming. That is where you are now, hidden, but not forgotten, quiet, but not alone, held, not abandoned. My hands are on your life more than ever in this season of silence. I know you want to feel something. I know you long for a sign. But faith that lasts is built in the quiet places. Trust that endures is formed when there's no visible proof. I am teaching you to walk with me not only when the path is lit, but when it's dim. That kind of faith moves mountains, so don't let the silence make you anxious. Let it make you deeper. Let it become the womb of new things. You will come out of this season wiser, stronger, more anchored than ever before. And when I speak again, and I will, your heart will know my voice with greater intimacy. The silence is not a void. It is my workshop, and I never stop shaping what I love. You've heard of miracles, read about them, maybe even seen them happen in someone else's life. But now you wonder, will I do it for you? Will I still show up in your life with power, with healing, with sudden, undeniable change? And I say to you now, yes, I still perform miracles, and I have not stopped. I am not limited by time, by doctors, by circumstances, or by opinions. I do not bow to statistics. I am the God who opens barren wombs, who parts impossible seas, who walks on waves and raises the dead, and I have not changed. I am still moving in power, and I want you to expect me to move in your life, not just in someone else's. Your faith does not have to be perfect to see miracles. It only needs to be real. A mustard seed is all I require. Even a trembling prayer, even a whispered hope, opens the door for my hand to work. And I still delight in answering in ways that make the world stop and say, only God could have done that. You've waited long. You've cried deep. You've hoped quietly. And I have collected every tear, heard every cry, and remembered every plea. I am not delaying out of cruelty. I am aligning timing, preparing hearts, and setting the stage for something greater than you imagined. When it happens, it will be clear. It came from me. I want you to believe again, not just in me, but in what I can do. I want you to lift your eyes and speak my promises again. I want you to declare healing, provision, freedom, breakthrough. I am not distant. I am not indifferent. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, and I still love to surprise my children with wonders. Miracles aren't just for emergencies. They are part of who I am. They are how I reveal my glory, how I draw hearts, how I bless those who trust me. So keep praying, keep expecting, keep watching. I still open blind eyes, both physical and spiritual. I still move mountains, including the ones inside your heart. Yes, my beloved, I still perform miracles, and you haven't seen the last one. You're standing on the edge of something only I can do. I see how quickly your heart races when the unknown stretches before you. I hear the questions behind your silence, the anxious what-ifs echoing inside your soul. But child, this is not a punishment. This is a lesson in trust. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm teaching you to trust me in ways you never have before, because real trust isn't built in comfort. It's formed in surrender. I know how hard it is to release control. I know how many times you've tried to plan, prepare, and protect yourself from pain, but the control you hold so tightly to is wearing you out, and it was never yours to carry. What I want most is for you to lean on me, not just with your lips, but with your life. I want to be your first instinct, not your last resort. When you face the unknown, let me be your anchor. When the future is unclear, remember that it has always been clear to me. I do not sleep, I do not guess, I do not wonder. I know where you're going, I know what's waiting there, and I know how to guide you perfectly through every shadow and storm. Fear will try to steal your peace, your perspective, and your joy. It will offer lies wrapped in logic. But I am the voice that speaks above fear. I call you out of the boat. I ask you to step on waters that look impossible. And when you do, I promise to keep you from sinking. Even if your faith wavers, I won't let go. You don't need the whole map to follow me. You only need to trust that I am good, that I am near, and that I will never lead you into harm. Trust does not mean you'll never feel fear. It means fear will not lead your decisions. It means you walk forward even with trembling legs, because you know who holds your hand. I am not building in you a shallow confidence that depends on circumstances. I am building in you a trust that stands when the world shakes. I'm rooting your faith in the unmovable, in me. You will come out of this season with a deeper security, a quieter strength, and a faith that fear cannot touch. So take a breath, child. I'm not asking you to understand everything. I'm asking you to trust me, and that trust will carry you further than fear ever could. I know you've looked at the clock of your life and wondered if you're behind. I've seen you watch others run ahead, receive answers, step into seasons, and you've whispered, "When will it be my turn?" I want you to know, child, my timing is always perfect. Not early, not late, exactly when it needs to be. My timing is not cruel, it's wise, and it's filled with love. I'm not ignoring your prayers. I haven't forgotten your dreams. I'm shaping things, not just around you, but within you. Because if I gave you the blessing before the roots were strong enough to hold it, it would crush you. But I'm building you to last, not to collapse. I'm preparing you to carry what you once only hoped for. Every delay in your life has purpose. Every waiting room is a classroom. I'm teaching you patience, endurance, vision, and humility, not to hurt you, but to prepare you for something bigger than you imagined. My delays are not rejections, they are alignments. I am bringing everything together behind the scenes. You measure time in days and months. I measure it in growth and readiness. While you're watching the clock, I'm watching your heart. I know exactly when to open doors, shift seasons, and release favor. When it happens, it will be so divine that you will understand why it couldn't have come any earlier or later. I'm not pressured by human calendars. I'm not moved by the noise of urgency. I move when the moment is ripe, when the glory will be greatest, and when you are fully ready. And when I move, things happen fast, suddenly, completely, beautifully, and it will be clear. Only I could have done it. So don't rush what I'm doing. Don't despise the waiting. Don't assume delay means denial. If I promised it, it will come. Not a second too soon, not a second too late. And in the meantime, I'm giving you peace, growth, and quiet miracles you'll only recognize later. Trust my timing, child. It is never flawed, and it is always, always perfect. You've wondered if your small yes matters, if your quiet obedience is making any difference. You've followed me when no one else noticed. You've walked away from what was easy to follow, what was right. And now you question, does it matter? Let me assure you, my beloved, your obedience is opening doors you can't see yet. Invisible yeses are birthing visible miracles. I don't overlook obedience even when it feels invisible to you. Every time you choose integrity, kindness, forgiveness, or faith, even when it's hard, the heavens take note. What you sow in secret will reap in the open. I am the God who rewards obedience, not just outward success. You don't need applause for me to move. You don't need recognition to be seen. I saw your silent sacrifice. I saw the tears you cried while obeying. I saw the moment you chose to trust me even when it cost you something. And I'm telling you that obedience is breaking barriers in the spiritual realm. You are not walking in circles. You are walking in circles of preparation, just like Jericho. Your obedience is building momentum. One day soon the walls will fall, not because of force, but because of faithfulness. Your yes is shaking the ground. Your consistency is making way for sudden change. I use the small to unlock the great. I use obedience to pave the way for overflow. You may not see it yet, but angels are being dispatched. Opportunities are aligning. People you've never met are being positioned for your breakthrough. And when the time comes, it will be because you obeyed. Keep going. Don't get weary in well-doing. You're not just being faithful, you're being foundational. What you're building through obedience will bless generations. Your legacy is being shaped, not by grand gestures, but by daily surrender. Your obedience is opening doors. Keep saying yes. The harvest is coming. There are days when you shine and when your faith is strong, your words are kind, your heart is confident, and there are days when you fall, when you doubt, when you withdraw, when your spirit feels crushed. But I want you to know this. I love you in every version of yourself, not just the strong version, not just the spiritual version, all of you, always. You've been taught to hide your weakness, to only bring me your best. But child, I want all of you. The parts you're proud of and the parts you're still healing. I am not scared of your mess. I don't flinch at your failure. I don't turn away from your tears. I draw closer. I wrap you in compassion. I meet you where you are, not where you pretend to be. My love doesn't fluctuate with your performance. It's not fragile. It's not transactional. You don't have to earn it. You can't lose it. When you stumble, I'm there to catch you. When you wander, I'm the shepherd who searches. When you cry, I'm the comforter who holds you close. My love is not a reward. It is your birthright as my child. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't measure your worth by the version of yourself others prefer. Come to me just as you are. Let me love the insecure you, the tired you, the anxious you, the angry you, the hopeful you. I am not overwhelmed by your complexity. I made you, and I delight in the whole of you. There is nothing you could do that would make me love you more, and nothing you could do that would make me love you less. My love is fixed, firm, forever. You are accepted. You are known. You are safe. In every version, in every mood, in every season, I still choose you, so stop hiding. Let me see the whole picture. I won't reject you. I will redeem you. I won't condemn you. I will cleanse you. I won't run from you. I will run toward you. You are fully loved in the light and in the shadows. Yes, child, I love you in every version of yourself, and I always will. You've started many things. Some you completed, some you left behind, some faded with time, and some were stolen by fear. But I want to remind you of something eternal. I'm not like man. I don't start something and walk away. I don't make promises and forget. I am still the God who finishes what I start, including you. I began a good work in you. It started when I breathed life into your soul, and it continues every single day. You may not always see the progress, but I do. You may feel stuck, but I see movement. You may feel unfinished, but I see a masterpiece under construction, and I will not stop until it is complete. I don't give up midway. I don't walk out when things get messy. I roll up my sleeves and keep working. I refine, I rebuild, I restore. You are not too broken for me to finish. In fact, your brokenness is the very space where my glory shines the brightest. I finish what I begin, because I am faithful. There are promises over your life that feel delayed, but delay is not denial. What I've spoken, I will bring to pass. You don't need to force it. You only need to remain. I don't rush masterpieces. I take my time to make them eternal. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are still in the process, and I am still present. Even when you feel like walking away, I stay. Even when you grow tired of yourself, I never lose patience. I see the finished version. I see what you will become. And I promise, it is beautiful. Your life is not aimless. It is art. It is purpose. It is sacred. You may change paths. You may change dreams. But I never change my mind about you. What I started, I will complete. What I began in love, I will end in glory. And on the other side of every trial, every test, and every tear, you will see the fullness of my plan. I'm still the God who finishes what I start, and I will finish my work in you, perfectly, completely, eternally. You've walked through seasons where the silence felt unbearable. You've endured moments when it felt like no one saw your struggle, no one recognized your pain. You've even questioned if I still remembered you. And my beloved, I want you to hear this from my heart. I have not forgotten you, not for a moment, not for a breath. You have always been in my sight, held in my hand, and carried in my heart. I saw you when you stayed faithful with no recognition. I saw the nights you cried into your pillow, wondering if your prayers were reaching me. I saw the moments you kept showing up even though your soul felt empty. None of that was wasted. None of it was ignored. I was right there, not just watching, but weeping with you, strengthening you, speaking over you even when you couldn't hear me. The waiting may have felt like abandonment, but it was actually protection. I've hidden you in my wings for reasons you'll understand soon. I've shielded you from things you didn't know could harm you. What you called delay, I was using as preparation. What you felt as rejection, I was using to build resilience. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. I'm not slow to respond. I'm careful with what I give and when. I love you too much to give you something before you're ready to carry it fully. But that does not mean I've overlooked your desires. I placed them in you, and I will answer them. In my way, in my timing, and with more beauty than you expected. Don't let the silence lie to you. Don't let the darkness tell you I've turned away. The absence of noise is not the absence of me. Sometimes I am the quiet strength in your soul. Sometimes I am the still presence beside your breaking heart. Even when you feel alone, you never are. My spirit surrounds you. My angels stand guard. My love remains constant. You matter to me. Your journey matters. Your tears, your worship, your quiet faith, they rise before me like incense. I hold every prayer in my hands, and I am working on your behalf in ways you cannot yet see. Your name is etched in my palm, and your story is far from over. So lift your eyes, precious one. You are not forgotten. You are deeply, eternally, and intentionally loved. I know you can't always see it. The growth is quiet, the change is slow, and the transformation often feels hidden. But let me assure you, child, you are becoming everything I created you to be. You are walking into identity, into strength, into destiny. You are shedding the lies of the past and putting on the truth of heaven. I am not just watching you change. I am helping you become. You've wondered if you're enough. You've questioned whether you're growing, whether you're moving forward. But I see the subtle shifts. I see the way you love more gently, speak more wisely, forgive more freely. That is growth. That is me shaping you. That is me refining you into a vessel of glory. Don't measure your progress with the world's timeline. My work in you is eternal. I don't just polish the outside. I transform the inside. You are not just doing better. You are becoming different. You are becoming holy. You are becoming bold. You are becoming everything I had in mind when I dreamed of you. The old wounds are healing. The old voices are losing their power. The chains are breaking. And even if some still cling to you, they are weaker than before. You are learning to walk in truth. You are learning to hear my voice louder than the noise around you. You are becoming whole. There will still be hard days. Becoming is not always beautiful. It's messy, it's emotional, it's full of breaking and building again. But don't let that scare you. I am the potter. I do not waste clay. And your life is being shaped into something that will hold glory and pour out love. Keep going, even when you don't feel it. The becoming is in motion. The changes are unfolding. You may not recognize yourself soon, not because you've lost yourself, but because you've finally stepped into who you really are in me. You are becoming everything I created you to be, and I am smiling as I watch it unfold. You've looked at the cracks in your life and assumed they disqualified you. You've believed the lie that your pain, your past, your mistakes have made you unusable. But hear me, beloved. You are not too broken for me to use. In fact, it is through your brokenness that my glory shines brightest. I do not discard cracked vessels. I fill them with my spirit.